Like, bro, I just have too much sauce to even care.
Been on my freaking for a while. Know them haters gon' hate, know them jacking my style. See me waited months of grace, hop in here, let me style. I'ma do it like he said, I'ma make my papa proud. This one for the culture, see the vultures all around. So the sheep amongst the wolves, we gon' kill it, we gon' clown. We gon' set it off, we gon' let it out the bag now. Have mercy, we are not worth it, take a bow.
Hey, thank God it is Fashion Friday. I am your host, Al the Great. I am the CEO of Good Steward Apparel and Good Steward Apparel Brands. And I am also, like I said, the host of Thank God It is Fashion Friday. And I just want to say, y'all, happy Friday. Like we made it. We made it through another week. So how are you doing? How was your week? What are you doing this weekend? Y'all notice this weather is killing me with the up and down. This is not what I like about this time of year, but I'll take it though. What have you been doing this week? You know, how has it been going? You try anything new? Go any new places? Anything? So this show, we're doing like another culmination of this series of just talking more about just kind of my autobiography through fashion, right? You can't go wrong with doing your autobiography through fashion. So just more of talking more about our brands. Today we're gonna chop it up about Good Steward Apparel, my baby, my first brand. So just more fashion and more culture. But this week, y'all, this week seemed to have gone by really slow. Like I don't, nothing in particular went on, but the week just kind of drug by. I'm glad that we didn't get hit by the tornadoes. If you're watching me, I'm on the East Coast in Durham, the beautiful Durham, North Carolina. But I'm glad we didn't get hit by, any of the tornadoes. I hope everybody stays safe. I hope everybody is doing well. So, and if you're hearing the sound of my voice, go ahead and share, tell a friend to tell a friend, come on in and let's talk about some fashion and culture. So talking about a little bit about my autobiography through fashion. I don't know if anybody else, but get on this mic, almost feel like a rapper or something. I won't kick any bars though, but that's what it makes me feel like. But I'm getting used to it. But talking about my autobiography through fashion, and yeah, like I said before in the previous show, if I could really title my life, it would be, some blessings and challenges. And I think one of the things that I've learned, and I'm sure you've learned as well, is the challenges are really what God uses to get you to this point of doing whatever it is he has you doing. And I feel like that's how I got here through those challenges. So if I could, just think about three. I was raised by mostly women. So just thinking about three women in my life, I would say, my grandmother. My grandmother really was the one that really instilled that legacy of stewardship. If you don't know one of my brands, the brand we're talking about today is Good Steward Apparel, at goodstewardapparel.com. But my grandmother is really the one that really instilled that legacy of stewardship. So I know I've talked about this before. So growing up, my mom battled heavily with drug most of my life. My mom, look, I'm going to talk about my mom too, because my mom was a warrior. I would call anybody a warrior. If you battle for something, through something, and you finally, get through it, even just sometimes just surviving, that is a warrior's thing, at times. But talking about my grandmother didn't have much, but with my mom, we kind of moved from. I was at a new place every year, y'all. I was at a new school every year. And I don't know if you've ever been the new kid. It is from my experiences, it's not fun being a new kid. I I found nothing about the experience being fun, nothing, none of it. But going to different schools, being a new kid, I always got in a lot of trouble. Always, always got in a lot of trouble. I was quiet, but I was like, I'm just not taking anything. So always got in a lot of trouble. So one particular year when I was, got to ninth grade, I just decided I wasn't moving anymore. I was like, I got tired of it, and my grandmother took me in, and even before that, previous years, every off and on, my grandmother would take me in before my mom came and got me. So I did have some other experiences with my grandmother. But my grandmother took me and my three cousins. Um, my grandmother really came from really, really humble beginnings. I think she was like the oldest of a bunch of her siblings, and really came through humble beginnings. And I don't know, I know you guys remember your grandmothers. Like the grandmothers really kind of held the families together at that time. You think about Big Mama, you think about all these movies, but grandmothers really held the family together. Same with ours. So grandmother didn't have much, but my grandmother would cook Sunday dinners for people. She would give people a place to stay every now and then, uh, make meals, especially on holidays. The things that grandmothers used to do, and I didn't realize that until I got older, how influential that was on my life. The prayers of my grandmother, all those things, I didn't realize how much of an impact that that had on me, of just that legacy of stewardship. How many of you guys know, even though you don't have much, but you can still give? And that is something that my grandmother really understood, right? So talking about that the other one of the other women in my life, I was talking about my mom. Even though I went through a lot of issues with my mom really had that warrior spirit. Something I teach my kids, something I want to carry on. Really had that warrior spirit. Never quit. Still managed to do a bunch of things, even though she was going through it. And when she did win that battle of with substance abuse, she went back and worked for the people as a counselor to help other people get off, drugs. And to have that heart again, that idea of stewardship, to have that heart to go back and reach back and help other people that are going through that same situation. Again, that is really something that really stood with me. And again, I didn't realize until I got older. I didn't realize it until God set me on this path of good steward apparel. God has a way of making you deconstruct and kind of self reflect on past experiences. So really went back and kind of self reflected. Right. One more woman, one more important woman in my life, and I tell you, I will tell you guys, growing up in Durham, and I talked about this before. I didn't think I was going to live past 18. Like I really didn't. Like I was quiet, but I seemed to get in a bunch of trouble. Was always having someone after me or something. But one of my neighbors, when I went to go stay with my grandmother, one of my neighbors, and she's my like my godmother now. But one of my neighbors really had an impact on me and my cousins, because when growing up in Durham, when you think that a lot of times you don't know better. You don't know, like watching the Cosbys and watching some of these shows, even though we saw people on going to college, all these things, that seemed more like fantasy than reality. Like being from Durham in those days, going to college, that was like wasn't even an option. I wasn't particular athletic. I played ball, played football, but I wasn't gonna get anybody's scholarship, so it was not even an option about what I was going to do. So meeting my next door neighbor really planted that seed that I could do something else. That I could go to college. I could, do something. And that was, again, that was that legacy of stewardship, of really imparting upon somebody else, helping somebody else. I was a teenager at the time, and if she wouldn't have shown me that option, if she wouldn't have shown me how to fill out a college application, or how to do financial aid, like I wouldn't have done it. I would have never known how to do it. So really, those three women have really sowed that legacy of stewardship, right? And I think about, when God uses my brands, talking about fashion. So when God gave me these brands, it was really about I felt like it was about redemption, because I told you guys I was shy. I was very shy, but I got in a lot of trouble, and I seemed to have a lot of people who did not like me come after me. I once had a guy, and this wasn't the first time, but was talking to my grandfather. And you know how you're talking to somebody and you can tell, looking at their eyes, that something's going on behind you. My grandfather at the time uh made this guy pause for long enough for me to get away. This guy had got out his car and had a gun to the back of my head. Not literally touching it, but it was right to the back of my head. I was unaware of it at all. Literally, my grandfather saved my life. So leaving, I went to, and some of you guys know, I went to the Marine Corps. I didn't go to the Marine. I wanted the Marine Corps so they can pay for college, but I went to the Marine Corps because I was like, people were already shooting at me. I was like, I might as well get paid for it, right? I needed to get out of Durham. So when God gave me Good Steward Apparel, through all these experiences, through this legacy of stewardship, all these things, God is using all of that, but is also giving me a path to redemption from all of that. Because when I tell you, I was spent a lot of time alone, uh, really depressed kid, suicidal at times, thoughts, like, really went through it, got in a bunch of trouble. So this was a way of redemption. And being able to, our brand motto is change the culture. So being able to go forth and change the culture, like my grandmother did for me, like my mom did for me, like my neighbor did for me, like that is that path of redemption. And I think God does that pretty often. I'm sure this is not anything new. I'm sure you guys have heard God, this story, something similar before. God does, things like this. Even in the Bible, there are plenty of stories of redemption where God uses people who went down the wrong path and use them for good. It happens all the time, right? A lot more than we like to think about it, because we do need to allow people to have their redemption story. But this is Good Steward Apparel. You're watching my redemption, so to speak, right? So bringing me to fashion. Let me tell you how I got to fashion. And I talked about this a little bit before. So going through all those experiences, fashion became a therapy to me. Being able to express myself. And when I yeah, to express myself, me and my cousins, look, I don't know who else out here had to share clothes with their, cousins or family members or brothers that was like the same age. We had to share clothes. My grandmother didn't have a lot, and it was three teenage boys at that time. And when I wasn't with my grandmother, I was, with my mom, sometimes in transitional housing, homeless shelters. So it was donated clothes then. So being able to express myself as an individual and being able to find myself through, what I wore, and just being able to wear something different, or going through donated clothes and being able to find something that you actually liked, like that was a challenge for me. That was a challenge, and it's something that I really enjoyed. And then I really enjoyed dressing other people. I would dress, my grandfather. I would dress other people. I've pretty much dressed every girlfriend I've ever had. All my friends. Like, really, really found my way through it. My therapy through fashion. So that's how we got here, right? That's how we got here to Good Steward Apparel. And that is, that is part of our motto is to change the culture. 3 brands, 1 mission to change the culture. We want to do our part because a lot of us, and even me at that time, really was focused on self. Even when you're going through it and you're depressed, that's still a lot of focus on self versus focus on helping other people, and that also brings you joy when you help when you're in a position to help other people. That brings you a lot of joy. I don't. Who all can give me a thumbs up and agree with me in the comments? All right, so today I'm going to show you, I'm really going to show you guys some of our spring collection. Spring doesn't feel like spring right now, but I promise spring is coming. I think the first day of spring, is it tomorrow? I think it might be. It doesn't feel like it. I don't know what the weather is going to feel like tomorrow, but spring is coming at some point. So I really want to show you all our spring collection from Good Steward Apparel. We're going to do some styling. We're going to do some more talking about fashion. You know how we do on Thank God It Is Fashion Friday. So let me share my screen. And I also want to know how you guys are doing. How is it going? All right. Let me move all this extra stuff out the way. All right. So looking at going through some fashion, but we can't go too far, but we have to thank our sponsors. Ooh, we going a little slow, we got a little lag. Hopefully that clears up. You guys be praying for me. Hopefully it clears up. All right. So really appreciate our sponsors. Harlem Beer NC talking about Durham, Bull City. Harlem Beer NC is a Durham company. Definitely go out there and support them. They are some of my favorite restaurants, Dame's Chicken and Waffles. A lot of these local restaurants in that area. So definitely support them. They also in the Triangle area too. So also a friend of the show is Industry Image owner and operator Elton Benjamin, also a business coach. They do amazing work. They do some of the work for our flyers and for coffee and collaborations and all this shows. So definitely go check out Industry Image. And if you would like to be a sponsor to any of our shows, whether it be Love and Flow, Thank God It's Fashion Friday, whatever it is, please contact us at info@coffeeandcollaborations.com. Again, that is info@coffeeandcollaborations.com. All right. And you guys, make sure you support our sponsors. Definitely. They make the show happen. All right. So looking into some styling, I'm excited to show you all some of our spring designs. Get this up. So looking at some of our spring designs. So the first one is ladies, and I'm going really hard with the ladies. I'm sorry, guys. This show, I'm going really hard with the ladies for this show for our spring stuff. Well, I get you guys next time. So first one is our calf buckle harem pants. I don't know, ladies, if you like the harem pants, but this is something I really love. I think we offer like 2 of them. I really like the buckle, so it gives you more of that slender look at the calves. Also very relaxed fit. Something that's still is going to be a statement piece because of the buckles and the fit, right? So that comes in a variety of colors, and really about this, one of the things I love about the spring is the colors. Really bringing in being able to see those colors, those spring and those summer colors. Those spring and summer colors. So the next one is that flowy rainbow flare dress. This is, it has cuffs on the sleeves. It's a 3/4 quarter lengths, and this has that high low hem. Again, something that's going to be flowy and just something that's going to be airy and be able to relax in for the hotter weathers, the spring, and definitely something for we're still in COVID season. So If it's something you're gonna be in the house, you put on some heels and you're gonna go outside, something that you can easily make that transition, something that is multifunctional. That's what we care about, right? The ruffle sleeve jumpsuits, ladies. Do you like jumpsuits? Jumpsuits, rompers, whatever it is. I really like this one because it has that high fashion look with the ruffles and the deep V, but it's going to be something that's going to be comfortable because it does have the cinch waist, but it's still mostly very natural flow. And the shorts, something going to be very natural flow, something that you can, again, be relaxed in, but still has that kind of edgy high fashion look, right? All right. So the Loma casual loafers. These are something I really, really, really love. These are for the guys. So very, very comfortable, low profile, uh, something that's going to be casual, business casual, but still be able to relax at the same time. The next one is the bags. We are offering some new bags this spring. So the Rosella Daypack. Uh, it's a small book bag, something not too big, but it's going to be functional enough that you can put your stuff in there and go, but still be a nice statement piece, especially in these vibrant colors, multi multifunctional pockets. You really check this out. And then we have the Gladiator platform sandals. Are you a fan of? I know Gladiator sandals have been around a long time, but I know people are really getting into the platform. Are you a fan of those chunky heels or that platform heels? They can be extremely comfortable. This has like a outsole and a midsole, so it's going to be extremely comfortable. But are you a fan of those chunky heels? All right, let's look at the next one. Find my cursor. Yeah, I have like three screens in front of me and cursor. Yeah, I'm so sorry. My laptop is not loyal. It is not loyal at all. Everything went out. I forgot to plug it up. So getting back into it. That's look. The show must go on. All right. So if you saw anything, let me know in the comments. What are some things that you like so far? All right. So looking at this next page. All right. So now we are going to get into some styling. We cannot end the show without doing some styling. Want to make sure I didn't miss anything. Nope. I'm still getting used to this COVID life, all this technology. I love technology, but sometimes technology does not like me. All right, so I want to do a little bit of styling. We always got to end the show with some styling. Tell me what you think. So I chose the romper or the jumper, the ruffle sleeve jumper with the deep V. Also, this bag is one of our. So this is a set of bags. So the first one right here is like a medium sized bag, and this is like a small bag, and you get both of those together. So it's the Emily Stone. So you get both bags together. You know, maybe you want that crossbody in a handbag. Maybe you just want, a crossbody. You get to make that choice. But I really wanted to, doing some black and gold. Who likes black and gold? So really doing that black and gold. You got the kind of like almost the gladiator style heels. Just really matching out that black and gold. Really like it. All right, next one. These are the other pair of harem pants that we have, but you can see that these don't have the buckles. These are high waist, and they have the bows at the bottom. Still very unique, still very comfortable, and just a different style of harem pants, right? And these come in like a lot of like almost like a pastel colors. So doing those pastels for the season, and then also matching up with some black and white. I love this. This was part of our Afro C collection. My black is, and then we also have the bag that I showed y'all, but this is the same bag in white. So that functional book bag, something you can just grab and go. And then you got the almost like the black and white heels. So kept it a little simple, but still making a statement. All right, so we still about it's still COVID season, so we're still all about comfort. Being able to lounge around the house, and then if you have to get up and go, being able to get up and go. So this dress, something very free flowing, has pockets. Ladies, I know y'all like those pockets. I know you like your dress with pockets. So this has pockets, has the elastic around the arms and the bottom. Something that's going to be free flowing and comfortable, but something that's still going to be, something that can still make a statement and kind of stand out, right? And we have the bag, the tote, the dove printed tote to go with it. You know, that hot pink for the spring, and then we got the Gladiator platform sandals. Really kind of putting it together, all about comfort. Adding a splash of color in there with the pink, hot pink bag. The tote. I love it. I love it. So, if tell me what did you like? What did you see that you liked? Anything that kind of sticks out to you? Hey, Miss Kimberly. Hey, hey. So anything that kind of really sticks out to you, out of all those that we kind of styled today, and just let me know what sticks out. What are you planning on wearing for the spring? What is something that you're looking forward for the spring as well? All right. So this is the quickest show on Friday. We in and we out, and we help you. You can go along with the rest of your weekend. um Maybe you can still watch some good shows tonight, or whatever else you're going to do, get some dinner, whatever else it is. But come back and join me again next Friday, same time, same channel, Coffee and Collaborations on Facebook Live. And uh I am your host, Al the Great. And I just want you to know that I think you're great. God thinks you're great. Make sure that you think you're great, and have an amazing weekend. And I will see you same time next Friday. This has been a production of Coffee and Collaborations Media.